Hi everyone, this is Emmy from Expat TV, and today we're going to unpack one of my favorite topics, which is expectations. Expectations are the enemy of so many things in this world, and especially when it comes to creating change, whether you're an expat or you're someone who's transitioning to another job or creating another type of change in your life. Expectations, the way I've experienced it with most of my clients, comes in three different areas, and all these three areas can be really detrimental sometimes to create the change that you really want. So the first area of expectation is the expectations you have on the new place, especially if you're an expat moving to another place. Could also be if you're a job seeker who's transitioning into another company or another type of job in the company you're already in. So the expectations of what something is going to be like can very, very often leave us shortchanged and upset, because very rarely are things exactly the way you thought they were going to be. Now, this is when expectations and flexibility kind of have to meet, because in reality, you probably try to compare the new thing with what you know about it from before, whether it's books that you've read, sometime when you visited, or whatever it might be. So the first thing to be aware of when you're looking at a big change is manage your expectations on the new place. The next one, which is a really challenging one, number 2, is your expectations on other people. So very often we measure other people by how we feel or how we would normally behave ourselves. But by trying to control other people, by expecting something specific from them, like how is my family going to react to my big move, or what's my new employer going to be like, or how are my friends going to support me or not support me, or how is this person going to respond? In reality, you judge expectations based on how you feel and how you would like to be treated yourself, but also based on how these people have behaved in the past. But if you expect them to always behave in a certain way, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The flip side is sometimes people behave very different to what we thought. You might have a friend or a family member who's normally super supportive of anything you decide to do. And then you come and share your big news that you're creating this big change, you're moving to a new place, you're getting another job, whatever it might be. And all of a sudden you see them almost recoil back and go, actually, I can't support you on that. I don't agree. And because you had the expectation that this person was going to be loving and nurturing and supportive, as they always are, you get really upset. So the thing to be aware of when it comes to expectations of other people is that it's actually a reflection of the last one. Number 3, which is expectations you have of yourself. Very often, a lot of people, we don't actually, and this is somewhat of a contradiction to what I said before, we sort of judge or expect from other people how we like to be treated ourselves. But some of us, most of us, have some incongruencies here where we expect differently from other people than from ourselves. Some people have ridiculously high standards for themselves and expect a lot less from other people. For some people, it's the other way around. They don't have to be responsible for everything because they've got other people who do that in their life. Whatever one you are, I want you to be really mindful of the expectations you put on yourself. How quickly do you need to find a job? How fast does this move have to go? How much money do you need to bring with you? All the expectations that you put on yourself of how okay you've got to be, or how easy, or whatever you're creating in your mind. Expectations limit the biggest power of all when it comes to unlocking change, which is curiosity and the ability to create and fantasize. Expectation is not to fantasize about something, because expectation actually puts a value or a specific judgment. It's not a creative activity. It's not an activity that's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if this and this and this happened? That's actually when you start to get creative and paint a mental, playful picture of what you're looking to create on the other side. The cool thing with being aware of, these three types of expectations, the expectations on the place, on the people around you or the people who stand behind, and on yourself. When you know that this is most likely going to come up in some way, shape or form for you, you can also do the really cool thing of stepping it back, scaling it back, allowing yourself to go with the flow, allowing yourself to be playful. By all means, have intentions, have some action points you've got to do. Don't go all whiffy-waffy just because you don't want to have any expectations. But don't lock yourself into a fixed idea of what this is going to be like, because you simply don't know. Even if you've been to this place before, or you've worked for this company before, or whatever it might be, you have no idea what it's going to be like this time around, because believe it or not, you've changed since last time. So be wary of your expectations. And if you need to get reminded of my absolute favorite belief of all time, which you would have all heard if you followed my channel for a little while, it's simply this: whatever comes up on the other side, I can handle it. Whatever happens in my life, now or later, I am fully capable of dealing with it. And I want to leave you with that one, because what that does, it allows flexibility, it allows playfulness, and you know that whatever happens on the other side, you're going to manage it. I know you can, and I think on some level you know that too. Until we meet again, happy travels.